Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Dalton95, coach with another Transformers video, and today we're taking a look at something I've been waiting to look at for a very long time, something I've been looking for, but thanks to a good friend of mine, I was able to get it for a pretty damn good price, and that is going to be the Takara Tomy Unite Warriors Evil Death Stronger Commander or Combiner Combatron Baldigus. Yes, that is a mouthful. No, I'm not putting that entire intro or that entire title in my thumbnail or, my title for the video. Anyways, beautiful artwork here of Baldigus, fully combined. You've got Hepor and I can't remember his Takara name. I'm just going to say Mour, Ro-tor. Down there you've got Rollbar or Greejeeber. Then you got Danger or Armorhide, and then up here, Mega Octane. And of course, right here, Baldigus or Ruination. Just looking absolutely amazing. That's one thing Takara's done well about the Combiner Wars style stuff is just beautiful artwork here. Now open this up, and you can see all of them right there. Now the blades for Hepor or, Ro-tor are separate, and I just saw the top of the box. This is a shuttler. So, I mean, whichever one you want to call them, it's up to you. I'm probably just going to go by their robots in disguise names from here on out, just because I prefer that. There is all that. So you get the tech specs here, and just to read up on all the different characters that form into Baldigus or Ruination. So you got that. Now looking at the side, of course, you got the Unite Warriors thing there. And then here is the back showing the two different combinations. Now, he did do this in the show, so I might check that out. But here, well, of course, it's Scramble City, so of course you can do that. But anyways, there they all are. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing open and check it out. All right, and starting with probably the weakest of them, just because of the mold of Ruination or Baldigus. I'm going to go with Armorhide or Dengar, or Dengar, however you're supposed to pronounce it. I think it's Dengar. But anyways, I mean, he's just a repaint of Brawl. He does come with the Unite Warriors Scavenger Blaster, so if you want to give this to your Constructicons, you can, but I'm just going to keep it here with him. Doesn't look bad, becomes another turret, I guess, if you want to consider it for Baldigus, or I mean for his tank mode. Just pop that up and just kind of rotate it around. It's not the best, but it does look pretty good, just stationary, so it does roll just like, I mean, you'd expect. Does not have a rotating turret. Now, I'm not going to do, well, hang on. Here he is compared to the Combiner Wars Brawl, which is in that kind of really dark, kind of olive green / brown color. Would have been better if they got him closer to the same shade as Rollbar, somewhere in there. But yeah, so yeah, you got tan with the dark brown camo all over. You got these little white dots on them. I don't know what that's supposed to represent. I don't know if the original toy had it or not. But you got the black cannon there. Got metal gray here for the treads and the bogies. And yeah, that's pretty much it for tank mode. You do got the Stronger symbol, which is just the G2 Autobot symbol upside down, kind of like a military badge there. So let's go ahead and get him into robot mode. Go ahead and remove that. You can remove this if you want to. I'm just going to keep it on him. Bring this section up like that. Then extend these out like that. Untab. And bring down the legs just to there. Of course, the Combiner Wars style transformation, or at least it started with Combiner Wars and then kind of evolved from there. Bring this up. Bring these out. Bring this whole section down. Rotate the waist 180. There's that. Go ahead and work up the head. Bring the turret back. And undo each of the arms like that. And there we have Armorhide in robot mode. And he looks pretty good. Go ahead and give him his new blaster. And yeah, I mean, for the most part, like I said, he looks pretty good. Let's see if this is blast effect compatible. And sure enough, it is. I mean, it's kind of forcing it on there, but you can still get him using blast effects. So you do get a lot more of that brown coming in through here. And of course, you got yellow there for the visor. Or not yellow, orange. My bad. Some more gunmetal here that I didn't go over in tank mode. Some more black plastic right there for the joints all throughout. Yeah, just like Brawl, he does have a bond jointed head, but with the blocky shape, it does not allow much more than just a swivel. Speaking of swivels, you get swivel at the shoulder, get out to there, get a ball joint at the elbow along with this hinge for transformation. 360 on a swivel for the waist. Get all the way forward, good amount back, all the way out, thigh swivel, and you get a little bit at the ankle. Now, to bring in Brawl, there we are. So you can see Brawl does have some interesting paint apps with the gunmetal gray for the waist, with little red spots there on the waist as well. Little blue dots right there on the chest, and the tiny little Decepticon symbol there. So, I mean, a fair amount of paint apps shared between them. Of course, you got the same, almost the same shade of gray. It's more of a dull, glossy color, so the more metallic look that these have. Do get the metallic gunmetal gray for the head. Of course, the red visor. So, let's see how those two pair up. So let's get him out of there and get this guy back into tank mode, because that's pretty much where all combiners start off from. Go ahead. Oh, I'm getting out of order here. Hold the head back. Bring this turret back up to about there. Collapse the arms up like that. Bring them up to here. Or bring this back. Bring these down. Tab them in. Rotate the waist. Bring this all up. And rest those hips between the arms. Collapse this down. And there we have Dengar or Armorhide back in tank mode. So we'll do the combination all together in one fell swoop. So there is that for Armorhide or Dengar, whichever one. So there you go. And now moving on to Greedjeeber or Rollbar. There he is. Just again a repaint of Swindle in that kind of generic military dune buggy design, with a bunch of pouches, and I believe there's a couple of jerry cans somewhere. Maybe not. No. You do have semi-molded seats in there. Then, of course, this gunmetal paint all throughout, forming up the, I guess, roll cage of Rollbar. Get the silver for the headlights to get the single star there. Painted rims and the pegs. This is what we need, Hasbro. Why aren't you doing anything like this? But yeah, and he comes with Long Haul's blaster from the United Warriors Devastator, which actually works for that, Swindle mold giant cannon. You can still take that off and go ahead and put this here as vehicle turret if you want to. Let's see, that dark green plastic that I really enjoy. I believe it's the same shade that Hasbro used for Hound. I can't remember. But you got that. So transformation. And just, again, show you the base figure next to Swindle. So you can see paint differences. So he does have these gunmetal pipes or roll cage there. Got the unpainted rims. You got this being a separate shade of black. I believe it's molded. No, it's molded green, painted over black and gunmetal gray. So you got that. So yeah, look pretty good. Go ahead and bring this head up. Rotate it. Untap this from here. Just bring it up to about there. I'll allow you to bring out the arms. Untap the legs. Bring them down. Bring up the feet. Collapse this back up like that. There we have Rollbar or Greejeeper in robot mode. Go ahead and give him his weapons. So go ahead and put that on there like that. Kind of give him that look. And give him the big cannon in hand. You kind of get that going on. And there he is next to Swindle, who is trying to pull off that whole, windows and front end of the vehicle. You can even see like the Jeep front end there, which looks just better on Rollbar. So you got the all orange here on the chest. You got it being split up by the molded green there in the center, which looks pretty good. And you get two separate colors of plastic for the chest and combiner peg, which doesn't look too bad. You got the black there, and then of course the gray fitting in with the silver on the midriff. Of course you got for the waist, the orange around the Jeep kind of, grill, the lights. Of course you got that same detailing that you have here on Swindle on the arms. Pretty close to the same on the legs, except, it's just picking out the pipes. And then you don't have the details there on the legs. Of course, you got different painted fists. Are they? Oh, same old. Okay, yeah, the painted fists as opposed to unpainted here. Really nice green eyes with the gunmetal silver for the face as opposed to just gunmetal that almost matches with the black. Or is it all gunmetal? It's hard to tell. And then the purple visor, which still looks good, but I do like just how well these green eyes pop against the black head. So yeah, really like how Rollbar looks here. Ball jointed head, pretty expressive. Got ball jointed shoulders that rotate 360, get all the way out. Do get a bicep swivel, a little over 90 at the elbow. Get a waist swivel, forward and back at the hips, all the way out. You get a thigh swivel, 90 at the knee, and a bit of an ankle rocker. So yeah, not a bad figure. Just weaker in the sense that the vehicle doesn't really work for this. I think they could have come up with a more Humvee or Jeep looking vehicle and gotten away with it. But I'm just nitpicking. I really like how he looks. Definitely like him a little bit more than Armorhide or Dengar. So let's go ahead and get him back into vehicle mode. Remove the weapons. Collapse the feet like that. Straighten out the arms to where they're like that. Bring this down. Rotate the head. And back like that. Oh, let's not do the arms yet. Collapse the legs. Bring these up. And tab them in. Up. And then I'll just tab in. Collapse this to where it all tabs together. There we go. Plug this in here. And then this weapon just right there. So there is Rollbar or Greejeeper back in vehicle mode. So yeah, there he is. Rolls like a dream. Let's go ahead and go on to the next guy. All right, next up we have Hepor, or as he was known in RID, Ro-tor. And he is a slight retool of Vortex. Now, I don't have the Takara or the Unite Warriors Bruticus, obviously, but yeah, they've changed it from a 2-bladed rotor to a 4-bladed. And you got this really nice kind of navy blue, of course, paired with the silver of the windows, the red going down the middle here. Some beautiful silver on the bottom, some red, orange, and kind of that, it's kind of like a copper / gunmetal gray. It's really strange, but really nice. You get that the stronger logo there, which Rollbar does have, or Decepticon Commandos. But yeah, so just like before, does spin. Very nice though. This one is a little loose. Might have to see what's up with that, but it's not the end of the world. So got that. Stabilizer rotor is painted in gunmetal gray, so very nicely picked out. So yeah, like I said, it's just a retool. So let's go ahead and get into his transformation. I just kind of want to bring these up like that. Bring this up out of the way, along with the arms, which we'll just bring up out like that. Go ahead and flip what will be his feet up. These sections up and around, very much like that of Classics Astro Train. Bring this down, untab this from here, straighten out the legs like that, put that up, rotate the waist, and then it'll kind of soft click into place there. Go ahead and split the legs. Bring this down and untab from here. Bring this section down and tab into there. So bring these up and in there, allowing you to fold up the rest of those rotor blades. And if it helps any, just kind of bring this up like that, just to help rest those between there. Straighten out his arms and flip around the head. So there he is. And I forgot to mention in helicopter mode, but it does come with the same weapon that we've seen since Alpha Bravo. Same one that Vortex has, but I am missing. It's not really missing. It's in storage somewhere in my collection room. I'll have to find it later, but it's not important now. And then he does come with what is Mixmaster's blaster from the Combiner Wars or Unite Warriors version. So give him a couple blasters. And real quick, here we have him next to Vortex. So you can see they both get much more colorful in robot mode. Of course, Vortex getting the purple, orange, or purple, yellow, red, and purple, along with that turquoise and gray. And then here you get, the blue, orange, silver, red, and this weird kind of coppery bronze color. I don't even know how to describe it. Of course, you get the orange faceplate and the red visor, whereas this is just all unpainted except for the visor. Articulation is still the same, so you get all the way up to there. 360 at the ball joint, 360 at the shoulder, but you have to take care of this extra blade now. Get out to there, bicep swivel, detented kind of friction ratchet elbow. It is painted gunmetal gray along with the orange on the side of the arm. Hips, rotate 360 although it is offset by this front piece. Get forward all the way, back a decent amount, get up all the way to there. Thigh swivel, and 90 at the knee, nothing at the feet due to the transformation. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Ro-tor or Hepor in robot mode. So let's go ahead and get him back into helicopter mode just by removing his weapons. Bring these arms out to the side. Rotate the head 180 degrees. And go ahead and bring this whole section up, cover up the head, bring this up to here, rotate the waist, go ahead and clip the legs together, unhinge that, bring this all back, tab in, close that up, bring this up and around, up there, oop. Close that up, bring this down, bring the arms around, that, and then now just go ahead and straighten out these rotor blades. Okay, something's up with these two, so let's maybe try that. And that seems to be holding better. It is still a little loose on that one and that one now. So those are both a little on the loose side. I really don't know. So just really loose. Anyways, so yeah, there is Hepor. Let's go ahead and give him back his weapons. These blades are going to get on my nerves. So there we go. There he is with both of his weapons. It would have been really cool. I mean, I guess you can kind of locate it with the weapon being there in the middle. So you got that. But yeah, so there is Hepor or Ro-tor in vehicle mode. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to, well, Mour. And here we have Shuttler, aka Mour, in shuttle mode. Of course, that's how he's packaged. Now, as far as accessories goes, he does come with what is Unite Warriors Scrappers Blaster. So you have that and the little blaster that comes stock with the mold. Now, right off the bat, I will say I don't know where the combiner pieces are for my Baldigus. Like I said, with Hepor or Ro-tor, I am not missing. They are stored away. I need to find them, but same with the hand-foot gun thing that blast off here comes with, and now I'm using this just because it's the same mold. Again, my blast off that is the stock Combiner Wars, original release blast off is in storage. And so just to compare him with this, now I can't remember if I switched the arms on this or not, but at least here on Shuttler, they are on the way they're supposed to be. So I guess we'll find out when I get them into robot mode, but see the difference there. Mour here, more of that traditional space shuttle, white and black. You got nice purple windows there for the cockpit, some black markings here on the side, on the nose, of course along the side here. The engines are all painted. You got the Commando or Destronger symbol there. Some orange underneath, of course, visible head syndrome. So yeah, I mean, very kind of basic space shuttle deco that we've come to, I guess, sort of like with Mour. Now, it would have been cool if they did have that kind of re-entry burn kind of pattern on here, but it's fine. So get them into robot mode. We'll go ahead and bring these out of the way here. Untab this section, bring it up, split this open, bring down the nose cone, just like that. I will collapse down to there. And from here, bring these sections forward, split the legs, and extend them out like that. Then flip the wings back. Now, if you want to, you can rotate these around and fold them back just to give a little bit more dynamic look there, but it's whatever. And flip down the head and just straighten out The arms here. There we have Mour, or Shuttler, in robot mode. One of the more simple ones of all these. You have his two weapons. And you can see a lot more of that orange, you know, meant to be more prevalent here in robot mode. Very nicely done with the visor, which is more of that metallic orange instead of the kind of semi-gloss matte that we have going on here. So yeah, I mean, even here on the hips, it kind of just fits in with the, you know, the hips being molded in the same color as the chest, and of course the paint, the black paint here on that kind of midriff section. You got the hands painted over with black, and you can see them side by side here, and you can see what they've done aesthetically different, at least from, you know, the Hasbro version of Blastoff, giving them separate eyes instead of the visor. And of course, these more toyetic details on the chest, and the more glossy black paint for the shins and the wings. But yeah, definitely not bad for Mour. So the other thing is that weapon does get a little heavy just on that hinge, but yeah, I guess it's fine now. And getting into articulation on this guy, it is a ball joint here at the head, so you get 360, and like I just saw, a good range of expression. Got ball jointed shoulders, get all the way up to there. Of course, you just saw 360. Do get a bicep swivel, kind of loose. Oh, this elbow's a little bit better. This one is definitely more on the loose side, but it's fine. Got forward and back at the hips, all the way out. Thigh swivel, 90 at the knee, and you get an ankle tilt, and you can also use it as kind of a pivot point for getting some running scenes. Oh, it's kind of hard to do just on the spot here, but there you go. So there's that. So to get into transformation back to vehicle mode, we'll go ahead and remove these, and then I'll just bring the arms out to the side just like that. Go and bring the leg or the feet up just like that. Bring the wings out and collapse the legs up to the body. Form part of the fuselage there. Make sure it's all tabbed together. Speaking of tabs, there is one here on the forearm that will go right into that slot there on the fuselage. Come all the way down, tab that in. Same thing on this side, bring that down. And tab that in. Put this up. Bring the cockpit up here. And there we have him back in shuttle mode. We'll just add this with the barrel facing back to form the landing gear. Zoom this out just a smidge. There we go. And add that just so we have symmetry. Now you can plug it into any of these 12mm ports on the shuttle. I mean, even down here, you got a couple here on the chest piece, on the bottom of the wings. But I just like the symmetry of plugging it right there on the top and having it lined up. So there is Mour, or Shuttler. So let's go ahead and get on to the last member of this set. And the last member of, you know, the Death Strongers or the Decepticon Commandos is, of course, Mega Octane, or Dull Railer, if you go by the Japanese name. So there he is. He is a straight up repaint of Onslaught here. The only difference being, mold wise, is he's got these weapons from the Unite Warriors Scattershot, part of that Computicon. I think that's what the Takara name for Computron was. So you can see they share pretty much the same profile. Although I do really love this kind of olive green, or not even olive green, it's more like a pea green, but paired with the gold, the gunmetal gray, the silver, orange, and black. It just looks really good. Just like I said, yeah, you got the nice silver rims there. Beautiful gold paint. I love how this paint looks. I can't wait to see it in combined mode. Got the gunmetal for the bumper there. Some kind of pseudo camo back here. Got the silver on what will be the combined mode crest. Some orange here on this turret piece. It's kind of a fictional anti-aircraft truck, kind of fused with a Rosenbauer style fire engine. So you got that. So we'll go ahead and start by removing these cannons. Taking those off. Just kind of remove those. Put these off to the side. And from here, we'll just kind of bring this up. Under there. Bring these sections down. Up. Rotate these down. Just like that. Flip down these sections here to form the shoulders. Split. A little bit easier said than done sometimes. There we go. Extend the leg. It does kind of sit on that pretty tight. Collapse that section down. I'll show you better on the other side. Flip down the foot and the heel. And so we'll finish going and flipping down the foot, flip down the heel. Now there is where it's tabbed in right here. Just undo that, straighten out the leg, push this in. And there we go. Rotate the legs around on the thigh and just straighten everything up from there. I'll go ahead and pop chest here, bring this up, and then we'll take the sword here, just kind of press it on the head until it pops up. Now there is no paint on the actual headpiece except for the pink there for the visor, so just don't scrape the visor. Anyways, taking these weapons, which are just a repaint of the ones from Hotspot, just painted with the gold to look like cannons. Put that whole assembly down. So we'll tab in on there. Now let's fix that. Oh, what the hell? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I had this right. Just being a pain. There we go. Oh, and there goes those hips, or those knees. They are a little loose on my copy, or on this copy. I don't know if it's just mold degradation or what, but it's not a huge problem. It'll be fine. And of course, we give him the weapons from that. There we go. So, very nice done. I mean, I know this is probably going to be sacrilegious for me to say about a G1 style character like Onslaught, but anytime I see this silhouette, I think more of Mega Octane than I do of Onslaught, just because one of my first exposures to Transformers was RID, so I just love the pink visor with the black helmet against the green. Looks really good. Got some nice silver in here on the chest with the orange kind of going over that circuitry, the Death Stronger logo there. Of course, the gold on the midriff. You got the orange on the waist and on bottoms of the forearms, or the sides of the forearms here, as well as these shock absorbers, and kind of that, like I said before, that pseudo camouflage on the legs that can be found nowhere else on him as far as this figure. And here he is compared to the Combiner Wars Onslaught. So you can see how they compare. So yeah, the Combiner Wars one is kind of dull. I do want to try to pick up the Unite Warriors Bruticus at some point just because it looks so much better. I want to do the same with Computron, but tracking those down for the right price is going to be a pain. So yeah, there is Mega Octane. We'll go ahead and remove his weapon so we can go into articulation. Alright, so head is on, it's supposed to be on a ball joint, I believe, but it still acts more as a swivel just due to the shape of the head. You get forward and back at the shoulder, but it does get hindered by the chest piece. Get out to there at the shoulder, but if you bring this out, of course, you get all the way due to the transformation. You do get a swivel here at, I guess, the bicep, because it is below one of the elbow, or above one of the elbows. But then you got that joint there, so it kind of just looks awkward. Nothing at the wrist, which is also painted gunmetal gray, just like the bumper. Get ratcheting forward hips, ratcheting back to there, all the way out to here. Really loose knee joints. I might tighten that up with some floor polish. Like I said, it's not the end of the world, but it is going to get a little annoying. Get a thigh swivel as well. And that's it for the articulation of Mega Octane or Dole Railer, whichever you prefer. Like I said, I tend to just refer to them by their RID names instead of their car robot names. So there's that. Let's get them back into vehicle mode. Just going to bring these up just like that. That down, fold that up, rotate the lower legs, fold up the feet and heels. Good, and collapse everything up. Just like that. Just tap everything in down there. Rotate these up and bring these up as well. Just tap that all together. Bring down these panels here. And there we have Dole Railer or Mega Octane back in vehicle mode, and yeah, still rolls around just fine. Now some wheels roll a little weird, like most of these are rolling here, but sometimes, you know, they'll roll all different. But just for some reason on this left side, not all the wheels are wanting to even touch the ground. So you do have to apply a little bit of force to get them all to roll. That's fine. So let's go ahead and move on to the team in vehicle mode and then go into combined mode. And here we have all the Death Stronger commanders or commandos from the Decepticons, from RID in vehicle mode. Now, of course, as far as combiner pieces, we do have these, which are retooled or repainted from the ones that we got with the Combiner Wars Computron. So, just molded in the same gold as the weapons on Onslaught, with a little bit of gunmetal gray kind of plastic there in the middle. So, there is that. So I guess we'll go ahead and get into combine mode, starting with the legs. So fix that up. So starting with Armorhide here, just untap this, bring it all back, turn that in. We'll go ahead and remove that blaster, bring this up, and bring up that peg there. This will just kind of plug into there. So there's one leg done. And for the other, we'll take Rollbar or Rejeeber and just kind of switch this around like that. Bring out the combiner piece. There's that. This will just plug right into there, forming our second leg. Now for the arms, again, remove this from Mour or Shuttler. Bring the arms up, out of the way. Untab these and slide them down. Not really slide them down, just double joint them down. Go ahead and just tab them back together. Take this, just bring it down as it would be for the legs for the robot mode. Bring these fins down. Rotate the waist 90 degrees. Rotate the arms 180. Flip them up at the elbow. Bring them down. Rotate 180. Flip up. And it's down like that. Untab this. Take out the weapon. Fold the head all the way back. Arm up. And with this, I kind of like with Blast Off just to kind of have it up like that at an angle. I'll just take this blaster and plug it in like that. Take this fist into there. There's one arm. Now for Hepor, just kind of, I think you keep the blades straight. I'm not sure. Hang on. Okay, so you just leave the blades as they are. Remove this. Like that. So just keep the blades straight as you can. I'm going to have to use some floor polish on these because, yeah, they are still just not wanting to cooperate. Bring these out. Just kind of have it like that, just to get out of the way. Or maybe like that, kind of like an X shape. I don't know. It's just, they're not wanting to cooperate, and it's getting on my nerves a little bit. Bring that up. Bring that up. That up to there. Just like that. This down. This down. Clamps that up. Bring this down. Like we'll be going to robot mode. Although what I tend to do with Vortex is have it kind of up like that. That shows to have the arms straight, just like that. But it is going to get in the way of the articulation. So next best thing is to straighten them out like that and bend them 90 degrees. And as far as these propeller blades go, just kind of keep it like that. You can have it up there and then split these two out just to kind of have that full bladed look. Then you just take this, plug it in right there, and there is our left arm of Ruination or Baldigus. Now on to Soul Railer, Mega Octane. I know I say I'm going to stick to one, but then I just keep naming both names, so just keep doing that. Anyways, bring these out. These out to the side just like that. Bring these wings up. Then bring the arms down here. Kind of angle these just a little bit so you can get full unhindered rotation. These will come up and around. Just tab in Come on. There we go. Bring this back. Again, bring this up, around, tab in, open that up. So from here, we're going to go ahead and bring this up because we're going to need it up anyways. Bring this all back, up. This whole assembly back. Bring these cannons up. So there is that. Bring down this waist piece. And then from here we can just go ahead and start adding on the bots. So there is Rollbar and Armorhide, as well as, okay, so yeah, these are going to need to be straight back like that. Mour. This is supposed to just tab in right there. And Ro-tor. So there we have Baldigus in full combined mode. I'll bring this up so you can see a more straight on view. So there is that. And now for combining the weapons, so we'll take one of these, as well as the blaster from Armorhide. I'll plug onto there. And then on the other one, we'll take, so most of these we just take all the weapons off. So we'll take this one, plug it onto here like that. And we take the one from Ro-tor. It will plug in right here. The one from Mour right there. And this will plug into that like that. So there's one weapon. Then the other is just taking the one from Mour, plugging in this one from Rollbar and from Ro-tor. So just like that. So there's one blaster, and there's the other. So yeah, I get these weird multi-weapon combinations. I think I'll just stick to maybe that, because it kind of looks like a sniper. But yeah. As far as the combined mode goes, I absolutely love how this looks like. This is my first time seeing it in person, and just that gold is gorgeous. I love the silver there on the head, orange on the eyes there, and it is acting as a ball joint, so I don't know if that's new, because I know with my Commander Wars one, it was acting at more of a hinge joint, so, or a swivel joint, so I don't know if they did something different here or not. I'm very happy with how this looks. Now, I will go ahead and show you how I like to have my Bruticus displayed with this. So just go ahead and bring this section up a little to about there. I'll allow you to rotate what are the upper thighs go around, kind of give them a wider stance. Of course, now things start falling apart. So that kind of slows up his thighs quite a bit. Now for the shoulders, I untap these and I tend to bring them around back just to kind of clean up the clutter around his collar, and that already looks tremendously better in my opinion. So you got that. Give him this combined blaster. And there is Ruination as he awakens. So yeah, that looks awesome. Now let's go ahead and go on to the alternate combination. So we'll go ahead and remove these. I know this is going to be probably about an hour-long video. I do apologize. I just want to make sure I cover everything, and I really don't feel like doing it all in multiple videos, so please bear with me. So to get these four back into their vehicle modes, or in this case for Shuttler will soon be his, or Mour will soon be his leg mode. So just split those, bring those out, collapse the legs. And plug that all together and straighten out the arms. Now for here, bring this down, straighten up the arm, rotate it, and pretty much just be as he was for shuttle mode. Just keep those wings pointed down. And fold up the knee. Go ahead and make sure that's all together. And he's going to be the left leg. Oh, it's wanting to come apart. So there we go. So there's left leg for Ro-tor or Hepor. It's going to be kind of like how we were going to robot mode, so just keep these straightened out. Go ahead and collapse that all the way down. And pretty much just taking them back to helicopter mode except for that joint. Collapse the legs down. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. There we go. All tabs in, collapse that up, bring the arms down, bring down this, kind of fold these blades up, just like that. That will go into there. It is a little bit easier said than done. Come on. There we go. And kind of untab that just to bring that up some. So there is Ro-tor in leg mode. Now for Swindle, Rollbar, bring this down like that. Bring this section up. You do want to bring robot mode head up just a little bit to where you can get that up to there. Straighten these legs out. Stab them together. And put that in there. And there is Rollbar or Greejeeber in his arm mode. Now for Armorhide, want to extend this, cut that, straighten out the robot legs. Oh, come on. There we go. Bring this whole assembly down like that. Bring that up. Now for this, I actually want it pretty much as it was for tank mode, so all the way up like that. Bring these sections down to here. Bring that down. So yeah, we pretty much have it. So just make sure this is all tabbed in properly. And there we go. And we'll just give him that fist. So now let's go ahead and get back to the combination. Now for this, we do have to slightly modify how Ro-tor goes on, just for the time being. There's that. There is Mour. Rollbar here. Get that on there. And there we have Armorhide. So there is Ruination in, I kind of like this mode a little bit better. This is kind of his land attack mode. So whereas the other one he would fly using Mour and Ro-tor to give him thrust. We got this to give, I guess, more solid punches. I don't know. But yeah, definitely kind of like that. So, whoop. Goes tumbling back. He is a little top heavy. I really wish DNA did, or not DNA, Perfect Effect did an upgrade for this particular figure. Because I think those ball jointed hips on, or not hips, ankles and the new joints on the wrist definitely helped with Bruticus here. And it gives him a little bit more of a height advantage over Ruination. But again, it is a bit finicky just because of the Minor Wars joints. But you can see how they compare in the two variations of the combination. So there is that. Let's go ahead and get these guys back into robot mode. I won't show the transformation for that just because I've already done transformation to robot mode. And it's pretty simple to get these guys back. So at least put these two back in vehicle mode so you can get there. And then we'll finish off this video after nearly, well, definitely over an hour. So go ahead and remove that. Rotate here. Clamps that. Bring this down. Bring this down. Make sure that's all straightened up. Untab these and bring them up. Bring that back, and there is Armorhide back in tank mode. Now for Rollbar, again, relatively simple. Clamps those up. And there we have Rollbar back in his vehicle mode. So let me get the rest of you guys into robot mode and finish off this video. So wrapping up on final thoughts for this set, here they all are in robot mode, and I gotta say, I absolutely love how this set looks. The colors are bright, beautiful, as they should be for, you know, car robots, RID, whatever you want to refer to this as, whether it's the Death Strongers or the Decepticon Commandos, you know, Ruination, Baldigus, Mega Octane, Rollbar, Mour, Ro-tor, and Armorhide, or Dual Railer, Greedjeeber, Shuttler, Hepor, and Dengar. They are all great looking bots. Now, quality wise, that's, I mean, it is par for the course for the Combiner Wars molds. But at the same time, huge thank you to my good friend Dylan. Might know him from Stasis Lock as Delirium 432 or 342. I can't remember. It's been so long, but yeah, Dylan from Cybercast, big shout out to you for the amazing deal on this, and I could not be happier. Thanks, man. I absolutely love the set, and I plan to take real good care of it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a long one. I typically don't like doing videos this long just because, one, audience retention, two, it takes a lot out of me. So I'm sorry, I'm just kind of rambling at this point like I normally do in my videos. But at the same time, like I said before, I had no intention of doing these as individual reviews. If it's a box set, I'm going to try to do the full thing in the video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out those links down below. Be sure to check out my Combiner Wars playlist. Those are somewhere on the channel. I'm not going to link it to this because they are kind of cringy videos. I mean, this isn't much better. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Take care. Also, real quick, I did want to mention the little image on the back of instruction. It is pretty much, the commandos as, I guess, a bunch of frat guys, or just in locker rooms, in the showers. I don't know. They're showering, and there's a Destron version of Ty. There's the lady from RID who could never catch a break. Skybite, acting like he's getting caught, with his pants down or something. I don't know, just embarrassed. And then there is Galvatron and Scourge, of course, using that 2011 Prime mold. So, yeah, some nostalgic stuff here. And one more thing I did forget. Here they are, of course, with Scourge. So you can see, let's go ahead and get these guys out of the way. Scourge is pretty much old school Voyager size, as Voyager should be. So, yeah, there's that. And, of course, with Scourge and him combined. So, there we go. Now I think I've pretty much covered everything. So, yeah, made this video about 30 seconds longer. And, yeah, so, see ya.